always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction, oh, beautiful release. Memories seep through my veins, let me be empty, oh, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find escape one more time.
3 days only. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Save thousands on hot tubs and swim spas. Hundreds in stock.
There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain it. So open up your morning light and say a little prayer for I. You know that if we are to stay alive and see the peace in every eye. She had 2 babies. One was 6 months, one was 3. In the war of 44, every telephone ring, every heartbeat stinging when she thought it was gone, calling her. Oh, would her son grow to know his father? I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now, what will it be? I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. Will it be? Yes, so will it be? Sorry. We showed up all wet.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, I guess I should say. Happy Sunday. Thank you for tuning in to Bad Bitch Fuel. I'm sure it's probably the best show that you ever have listened to on Sundays. So yes, welcome everybody. Yes, so I had to push the time back to about 4 o'clock because I had a lot of things that I had to do when I got back into town. I think we got back about 11:30ish, and yeah, I just had a bunch of errands I had to run because I honestly don't feel like going out later and going to have to do them. So I just pushed it back an hour. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me bring on my host. Or my
Hello.
co-host. Happy Sunday to you, lady.
Happy Sunday to you.
How
Happy
are
Sunday
you?
To I'm doing great.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did. It was very relaxing, very nice.
Good. Yeah, we will get into the whole my weekend adventures here in just a few minutes after I take roll call. So let's do that. First was Mrs. Pete. Love you, Mrs. Pete.
Pete.
Colby, Matt Dumit, the Uncle Lou, Pastor Dave, Rec Talk. Welcome, Rec Talk. Colby. Oh, I said Colby already, I think. Yeah. Bulldog Brian. Let's see who else we got in here. Dog Behind Enemy Lines. Vic2 Productions, or BreakTube, I guess is these being known as right now.
Is he still doing that?
No, I think they may have squashed that beef
Okay,
on
good.
Friday on his live stream because they did like these. We were listening while we were driving. But they play like Battleship or something, like
Yeah, I
online
saw some of
Battleship,
it.
and then I think the other one was pool or something, or billiards.
Yeah.
And Vic actually beat Nate twice.
Pool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
in
once,
Battleship and pool?
yeah, once in Battleship, once in pool. So
Oh.
we have
Well, now they're even, right?
Yes. So I requested too, but this was before. I requested that if Vic2 beat Nate in Battleship, that Nate has to stop talking shit. So I
good.
think that's happened.
So it's the end of all that. Yay!
until next Lob Olympics, but we'll see. We'll see. So CJ, welcome. Juice ATL, Zona Tucson 93, Pigskin Pete, welcome.
Pigskin Pete.
Pigskin Pete. Let's see. Rack Dog, JD Wick 76, Flaming Sports Media. Looks like that's it for now. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Again, I apologize for having to push it back an hour, but I just had too much I had to take care of before, and I honestly didn't think I was going to have enough time to start at 3, and I was right. I actually got home at 2:30 after running all the errands and, finishing up on some work that I missed out this weekend. But yes, so push it back to 4
Well,
o'clock.
any day that you come back from a trip, even if it's not that long of a road trip, it just feels busy.
Yes, yes.
You
And
know,
like
it feels
yeah, it's one of
tiring.
yes, it's one of those things that like you need a vacation from your vacation. And although this was only
Exactly.
although this was only like a 2 night, 2 night stay, it was just it was still very exhausting. Well, I mean, for some of y'all that know or maybe you don't know, but so I have a job, second job that I actually work on Friday mornings, which I have to be up like at 3:30 in the morning to start this job on Friday. So we left here around 4 4 p.m. Friday. Takes us about almost 4 hours to get to Cherokee. So we got to Cherokee about 8 o'clock. We checked into the hotel, kind of, cleaned up a little bit or whatever, and then went straight to the casino. After we checked in, and we were there for probably till about 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:32 a.m. So, I mean, I had almost literally been up for 24 hours, which is fine. I
Oh
mean,
man, yeah.
I've done that before, and I mean, I think you've heard me talk about this too. I can function on 3 hours of sleep. Usually by
Uh-huh.
like 10 or 11 o'clock that night, like Friday night, I mean, I'm ready to crash and burn, but I don't know if it was maybe just being in the casino and, uh,
Probably.
I don't know. But I tell you, as soon as my head hit that pillow, I was out.
Yeah,
I was out.
man.
Oh, Uncle Lou says that it's not over. The beef between Nate and VicTube is not over because he took back his apology. The beef continues. But VicTube says Nate apologized to me, then he apologized to Lou for apologizing for me. It's I don't know what's going on.
Huh?
It's too much. It's too much for me to keep track of. So it's too much for me to keep track of. So
Yeah.
we, like I said, we didn't go to bed till like 2 a.m. Friday morning. Again, I literally almost been up for 24 hours. We got up the next morning, and for those of you that don't know, Lou is an early bird, and it drives me bananas. Drives me bananas. Now, okay, I will give him this. He is very, very kind and generous when it comes to, not waking me up.
Yeah,
Um,
you've always told me that.
yes, he's always
Yeah.
been like very considerate. Like trying not to make a lot of noise when he gets up. But like I I don't know, like I guess for the most part, if I'm exhausted, like completely exhausted, I will probably sleep for like another hour or so. But he feels like the day is being wasted.
Right.
If you were not up at like 7:30 in the morning, I'm like, dude, really?
Yep.
But again, like I said, he's always very, very considerate about being as quiet as possible. Not to.
He must be more of a morning person.
Oh, he's
You
definitely more
see?
of a morning person. Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
mean, even though I can wake up early if I have to, now that because I'd been a nurse for so long that I'd been a nurse for so long and worked so many crazy shifts that I can literally sleep or be awake at any time of the day or night that you need me to be if I
Mhm.
have to, kinda. I my body just knows how to do whatever it needs to do to stay awake if it needs to. I
Mhm.
usually,
Mhm.
so
Um.
I can eat at any time of the day or night. It's weird.
Yeah. Real quick before we move along. So in the description of this video, I have added a couple of people's channel links. Unfortunately, I think I did it incorrectly, so I'll have to go back and edit those. But anyway, for the most part, I hope most of you are subscribed to these people. But I've got a channel link to Uncle Lou on LouTube, which, as you guys know, I do sometimes host the morning shoe on that second channel of his. And then, of course, we've got Tiger Cat. Please make sure that you're subscribing to her and hitting the thumbs up as well. I come on her show often to help her co-host as well. And then we have the Uncle Lou. That's his main channel, which is mostly a football channel. And then Pigskin Pete. So, again, I don't know what happened. I got screwed up somehow when I was putting it in there. But I will make sure that I get this corrected for the next time, so that way you guys can just click on those links and hopefully it'll take you to their channels so you can subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So
Right.
Also, if you feel the need to do so, the description, also in the description of the video, is a link to my PayPal and my Cash App. If you would like to help support me and the channel, anything is greatly appreciated. So, of course, as Celine Driver would say, never expected, but always appreciated. So,
Right.
yes. So, I'm not sure if you noticed the title of this video,
I did.
Bubble
I'm
Crap
really
Savant.
Yeah. I guess you did good at the bubble machine.
Okay, so it was a little dicey on Saturday, but yes, little dicey. I was getting a little frustrated. I think earlier in the chat, Pete was asking if I crushed the bubble craps machine, and yes, I did. By Saturday evening, like after we got done eating dinner, I think I was up $200 on the bubble craps machine.
I have one. I want to see. Do you think you can find a picture of one on the internet? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, I will see if I
Okay.
can scour the
It
internet
sounds
to
like
find you a
fun.
picture. Oh,
It
I
sounds
mean,
like fun.
I don't understand like regular craps. And it looks so exciting when you see people, because like right where this one machine that I was playing at was at, there was an actual like craps table behind this machine that I was playing. And I mean,
Mm.
there were people that were I don't know. There was this one guy that was shooting, and like I guess he kept shooting really well because like all of his friends that were around him were like cheering and hollering. And I think at one point I saw a girl like go over and slap his ass or something like that. I don't know.
God, people get so excited for the winner. That's nice, you know.
Well, especially in craps, because I mean, if they're the shooter, and I guess if they shoot and
And
they
they
don't
get
they,
it. It's
they
like
don't they don't get like a 7 or
congratulations kind of
11
thing.
when they're
Yeah.
shooting. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think I distinctly remember one girl going around and slapping this dude that was shooting on the ass, and she was like, yeah. Oh, it was. There's a lot to talk about the casino this weekend. There's a lot of things that happen, and I'm probably
Oh,
sure I'll
good.
forget something. So if Uncle Lou is in the chat, I'm sure he will remind me of everything that
I'm sure he has some
we
fun
witnessed.
stories.
Yes. Oh, he had a bunch of stories as we were driving up there about him and Pete. When they were together, and he was like, "There's." And I think I remember at one point in time we were driving up there. He's like, there are so many things that like I'm just remembering that happened when me and Pete were up here that I totally forgot happened until it just crossed my mind. He was like, there was just so many things that happened when me and Pete were up here that I just forgot. So
You know what would be so funny if him and Pete like went to Disney World or something by themselves, and did a video like of a video of their bromance, right? And like they're on the roller coaster and there's music and all, and they each have their Mickey Mouse ears on and they're on the roller coaster going wee. Like I just love their bromance. I don't
yeah,
know what
it
it
is. It
is.
is. It's very cool. It's funny because we were actually driving home, and he was telling me that it would be nice to get like a small group, to
Uh-huh.
go to Cherokee, maybe just like for a weekend or something like that, or a long
I want to
weekend.
go.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I think it would be really fun. We'd have a good time.
Oh, it would be so much. I've been wanting to go to that place.
Yeah, it's
It just sounds like fun.
yeah.
Well, and I think one time y'all may have been on somebody else's stream or maybe his stream. I don't know, where he was at Cherokee and it seemed like I could see outside. There's like mountains and stuff over there too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's real pretty. I mean, even though there's nothing else there to me, like I love nature, right? Like, where I live now temporarily, it's just beautiful. I just sit outside and just
Mm-hmm.
look at the birds and like I saw an owl finally the other day. Those are hard
Oh
to see
wow,
sometimes,
really?
Yeah, it was so
That's
pretty.
crazy.
And then he looked at me and I was looking at him and he really was darting his eyes at me. So I just kind of like I got a little scared because they can attack, right? I mean, like they're mean, right?
I mean, I guess. Well, that's the thing,
So I
though.
like
Like, aren't they supposed to be nocturnal, so they wouldn't really come
well, it
out?
was well, it was getting close to dusk.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes
So
sense.
and I was like, "Is that what I think it is?" So I slowly got up and walked closer and closer and closer and closer, and I looked at him, And then he did turn his head at me and looked at me like, "What you looking at, bitch?" She fucking I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be like, "What the hell are you looking at, you stupid bitch?"
Oh
And
my
I'm like, so I
gosh.
turned my head and I just walked back.
Mm,
"Okay,
very
you're pretty," I
yeah,
said.
like it's one of those things where like you're backing up like really slowly, so not to make any
I'm
sudden
more afraid of the
movements.
raccoons, though.
Oh, well, they carry diseases, don't they?
Yes, and they freaking scare they're all over the place here. One the
Wow.
other day just walked right near me. I was like, looked at me and is like, I'm like, okay, I'm not looking at you. And he finally, because I get scared too with those. You never know if they're going to attack all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that happen, but if it ever did,
Yeah, no, like I said, I've heard that they had carry diseases, which I think is somewhat true. Oh, it's funny that you're talking about raccoons because I was watching a TikTok video the other day, and it was actually of a guy that had like a baby raccoon as a pet,
uh huh.
and like he takes it everywhere with him. So like, I'm like it looked like he was like a construction worker of some kind, but because he'd be out there like building frames and stuff like that for houses, and like
Hmm.
here comes this little baby raccoon just crawling up his pant leg, and sitting on his shoulder. I'm like, I mean, I guess that's cute until
Like,
he rips your face off.
well, see, that's the thing. They can be so
They
cute,
have like sharp
right?
nails or claws from what I've heard, or
Yeah. Oh, the teeth.
yeah,
I think
sharp
are
teeth.
sharp
Yeah,
too, and but they can look cute, and
from a
but that's the thing.
distance.
Yeah, I mean they are fierce. They are
Yeah.
fierce.
Again, like I said,
So
they can rip your face off. So
I'll never
I'm
forget the
good.
Pigskin Pete raccoon story. That was so funny. With
Was it
the
a
raccoon
raccoon story
standing on his
or an
feet.
armadillo?
Oh, I thought it was a raccoon. Maybe I don't know if you're
Or it could
opening
be
up a
both.
chat.
I might have missed the raccoon story
I
if there
thought
was
he
a
had a
raccoon
raccoon
story.
story where I think he was doing a walking and talking video or something, and he caught and he was, I don't know. I think he found a raccoon and the raccoon got up on his legs and Pete didn't know what
Oh,
to do. He was like
oh,
frozen, I think,
yeah,
which is what I would have
no.
done because I'm thinking, okay, if I start to run, is it gonna, because I'm
Is it gonna
sure those
chase
things
me?
run fast, and we saw how I did at Slob Olympics. I'm gonna be dead meat. I'm gonna be raccoon stew. I'm gonna be their stew for dinner. Theirs.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this before too. So if there was ever a zombie apocalypse,
I'm gone.
if they were zombies like from The Walking Dead, I think I would be okay. But if they were zombies from like World War Z, I would definitely be dead. Those suckers can move. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
It's like yeah, those are like a different kind of zombie on zombies on World War Z. But yeah, if it ever came down to those kind of zombies, I would definitely be dead because I can't run and my legs work, but I just can't run. I mean, I guess if I needed to, I probably could. And I don't know. I guess if your adrenaline gets pumping, maybe
I
you
just
find
think
that
it's
you can
funny that
run faster.
I think it's funny that I thought I was a lot more in shape than I was. I knew I was out of shape,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize it was to that degree. So I guess that's good though, because it's a wake up call.
Right. Right.
Time for me to get to the gym.
Yes. Time
I
to.
need to build muscle.
That's right. That's right. So let's see. I guess we can do a rundown of some of the interesting things that we saw at the casino, or that I saw, that Lou and I saw at the casino this weekend. Not too much. No, I don't think anything really exciting happened on Friday. If it did, I probably missed it because I was in zombie mode. But as far as I can remember, I
Zombie
don't think
mode.
anything exciting happened. Oh, except the fact that Lou and I played roulette Friday night, and oh my gosh, yeah, talk
Did you
about
play?
kicking ass in roulette Friday night. Yeah, so I want to say this too. Damn you, Pete, for teaching him how to play roulettes, and then now teaching me how to play roulettes. Because
So, oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta hear this.
yes, I mean, the simplest form of roulette was played by us, and basically just you you know picking numbers. So this was a Friday night. It was a $15 minimum table. So basically, you just have to, you pick whatever numbers that you want. So I mean, I have a series of favorite numbers, just like Lou has a series of favorite numbers. But it was exciting, girl. I'm not gonna lie, it was exciting.
Awesome.
And I think that first night that we played, I think I ended up being like maybe $200 up that first night that we played. And I think Lou cashed out Friday night. I think he might have been I mean, like, he was way up as far as roulette was concerned. Now the second night, we're not going to talk about we're not going to
Gosh.
talk about roulette the second night. This is where I became, I guess, the bubble craps savant, because I stuck to that machine mostly.
Uh-huh.
Um yeah, I still have to find a picture for you. But
I know.
yeah,
I
so
have this
this
idea of what it looks like in my head. Only because you called it a bubble machine, it's craps, there's dice. I'm having this my own vision in my head of what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, I will try and find a picture and I'll text it to you, and then you can let me know if that's what you were thinking.
Mm.
But yeah, so I basically stuck to this bubble craps machine. So the first time I was introduced to it was, I think, the second time or the third time I was there with Lou, and we kind of just happened to pass by it, and I was like, look at there. I was like, I guess this is sort of like a craps machine or something like that. Because I don't have any interest in actually learning how to play craps. I mean, although it's very exciting, and like I said, those people that were behind us playing on that machine were like riled up, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like, this machine is very addictive, and you can actually play on it for a very long time, too. You know. So after this was Saturday. I don't think I played on it at all on Friday, because we were stuck at the roulette table on Friday up until we got ready to leave and go back to the hotel. But so Saturday, um, yeah, roulette did not really do me any favors. So for some reason, this one table that we were playing at happened to go up from $15 to $25, $25 a play. So as soon as I put my money in, or my chips that I had to put in to play, I mean, within like four rolls, I was out.
Oh, yeah?
So I decided that I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I like this or not. Yeah, thank you, Lou. He says, yeah, $25 minimum, nickels only, no singles. So at the 15, when it was $15 on Friday, you could play singles. So basically, you're betting $1 a number, right?
Uh-huh.
With this one, because it was a $25 minimum, you basically had to do, like, $5 a number.
Okay.
So in that sense, if you pick five numbers, you're kind of like missing out, because there's 38 numbers on the table. So do you get do you kind of get where I'm getting
Or,
at?
you're talking
The
about
more
for
numbers that,
craps.
right? No, this is roulette.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, a
Yeah,
roulette.
roulette.
Right,
So
okay.
the more
Yeah.
numbers that you're able to, like, bet on, the better
The
your
better
chance. Yeah, your
chances.
better
Yeah, yeah.
chances. So if it's a $25 minimum table, and you're only allowed to play nickels, you know, if you want to, but if you want to kind of make your money last, depending on how much you buy in for, if you play five numbers, that lowers your chances of, actually winning any money. So that's what happened to me on
Like, cause you even
Saturday.
yourself out, right? It's like you get to the point where you even yourself out on money. Like, no matter what you'd win, it's what you put down because you put too many down.
No,
Never
no.
mind. Oh, wait, okay.
so so basically, I think is it 35-1. Is that right, Lou and Pete? It's 35-1. So like I said, Friday it was a $15 minimum, right? So
Uh-huh.
they were giving you like single chips, right? So you could actually
Right.
place $1 on however many numbers you wanted up to 15. Does that make sense?
Okay. That makes
Because it
sense.
was a $15 minimum, right?
Okay.
So
Right.
one chip is $1. Are you
Okay.
catching on?
Yeah, I'm catching on. So if it hits none of
I'm
those,
gonna
you
try to
lose all
explain
those
this.
15 coins.
Right. So if whatever numbers
Okay.
that you pick, so out of the 15 numbers that you pick, if none of those numbers hits on the roulette wheel, you're out. Right. So you're
You
out
lose all your
basically. You're out $15 basically. Right.
and
Okay.
you're out of the game completely
I mean, if you're
unless
at,
you buy more chips.
right. I mean, if you're out
Okay.
of chips, then yeah, you're basically out of
Well,
the
yeah.
game. So yeah. So if you go broke, then you're
I
basically
don't know
out.
what I'm thinking
Yeah.
now. I'm all like, okay.
So I'm gonna try and explain this is like it's best in layman's terms as I possibly can, because Lou says that I can't explain things very well. Okay, so like I said, Friday was $15 minimum on the roulette table. So, like I said, when you're able to bet $1 on a number, your chances are increased because there's 38 numbers on the table, right? So
Correct.
if you're able to put 15 bets out there, your chances are increased, right? So Saturday, the table went up to $25 minimum with nickel chips.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to try and save, I guess, like your chips or whatever, and not spend them all, you'd have to make 5 bets. So $5 a number. So you're only actually able to bet like 5 numbers. So it decreases your chances of winning. Does that make sense?
Let me just make sure something. So a nickel chip is actually $5 and not 5 cents.
Right.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Because I'm thinking, why would you put 5 cents at a time on
Yeah.
these things?
Yes.
Okay.
I know it's a little confusing.
I
Trust
know,
me.
right? You know, all the gamblers right now are shaking their heads. They're like, OMG.
Well, the Uncle Lou says BA trying to explain something is Chinese water torture. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Are you understanding what I'm saying, TK?
I'm understanding.
Okay.
I'm just a dingbat. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
I'm just a dingbat.
So that's what happened to me on Saturday, because it went from $15 minimum to $25 minimum. After like 3 spins, I was out.
Right.
I was completely out. Also, because like I said, the chances are 35 to 1 payout per chip. So
Okay.
so
Now-
so let's just say this. So for the $15 minimum table, if you're placing $1 on the number, that number hits, you get 35. Does that make sense? $35.
Right. But so you don't just get all your money back, you get how much extra?
So 15, 30, so 20. You get 20 extra. Is that right? Yeah.
Okay, so you get all the coins you put down. So those ones on the other numbers that didn't hit, you don't lose those.
Yes, you do lose those. If those numbers
Oh,
don't
you
hit,
do?
you do
Okay,
lose those.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
So
Could you imagine? They're probably like, nah, we don't need TK to go to Cherokee. They would get so aggravated with me having to teach me shit.
right.
I think they would get annoyed.
This is how I feel at a blackjack table. I mean, I
No,
don't
but
know.
I like blackjack.
Well, that's the thing.
But-
I don't know how many times I've like sat at a blackjack table with Lou, and he still tries to explain to me like how to play. Like, I know the gist of it, but it's like there's certain rules when you play blackjack. Like you're not supposed to hit on like 14 if the dealer has a 4, 5, or 6 or so. I don't know. It's so confusing.
Oh, see, I would need to know all
But
those rules.
if you have a 14 and the dealer's face card that he's showing is like a 7, 8, 9 or something like that, you have to hit, because you have to assume that the dealer has a 10 underneath that face card. It's like too confusing. It's so confusing. And the last time I went with Lou, I did not do very well in blackjack. So that is when I found this bubble craps machine. So he played blackjack and I played this bubble craps machine, which again, I said Saturday I put $100 in, and I walked away with I cashed out at like $320.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice. This
Yes.
roulette thing sounds a little bit of kind of fun,
It is.
sort of.
It really is. It really is fun.
And I never thought I would ever, because I'm like, how? What are the chances? To me, I felt like, okay, that's throwing away money unless you actually hit on it. Which to me, I always looked at roulette, not of course as hard as winning the lottery, because winning the lottery is almost impossible. That's hard. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, it almost I didn't realize all these different little rules. I'm like, how can somebody figure out where that ball's going to land in all those spots?
Right. Right.
But
Um,
there's a lot of rules and a lot of ways to win.
there are, but I'm not gonna explain those to you because I don't even
No,
understand
I
those.
know.
I'm just gonna stick with the what I know and what was taught to me. But yes, so Friday night was fun, and there was one point in time where, because Lou and I were standing side by side next to each other, that there was, I mean, like we were hitting them like back to back to back. I think at one point in time, Lou like hit 6 in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. So he at that point in time, he got up like a lot because he hit like 6 in a row. I think the most I hit was probably 5 in a row. Again, though, this is Friday night.
Right.
Saturday night, no, like I completely like quit playing it after I made 2 attempts to play it.
Mhm.
The first time he went to go play blackjack and I played roulette, and I mean I was out within 5 minutes the first time on
Mm.
Saturday. The second time we played together, like him and I played together. I think it was after dinner, and yeah, I was out again. I think within 5 minutes. So I was like, no. I said I think I'm good. I mean, I did sit there for a long period of time, and Luke can probably attest to this. But I ended up pulling. I was like pulling more money out of my purse, out of my wallet, and I mean, I
Mhm.
literally sat there with like my player's card and cash, and then whatever chips I had left, and I was gonna buy back in. I mean, I must have sat there for like 10 minutes just debating whether or not I was going to buy back in. But then all of a sudden I was just like, you know what? No, no, I'm not. I'm going to go to what I know, which was this bubble craps machine. And
Right.
yeah, so I actually ended up making my money back on the bubble craps machine that I lost in roulette. So I was pretty happy about that.
Well, that's good.
No, Pete, I did not meet Paul. Um, or was that Paul, Lou? But
Paul.
I did meet, or I didn't actually meet him, but I did see the other guy that Lou kept calling a slob, and he was getting mad. Yes, he did see him there, and he did show me who he was. So I don't know if that's Paul or not. um,
Look, Pete already knows all the people there. Did you meet Paul? He's a
yeah.
good
Did you
friend
meet
of mine.
Paul?
What about Smitty? Did you meet Smitty too? Him and I had a beer that one night. Oh man, he's cool.
So at towards the end of Saturday night, we both decided that we did not no longer want to play at the roulette table because it was still $25 minimum, right? So we
Mhm.
decided to go to this. Well, it was his idea, and it was a great idea actually. So we decided to go into this little. I think it's called a pit, but it's like this semicircle of like machines where you can either play blackjack, roulettes, and I think baccarat is the third game. But there's an actual dealer, so it's like a semicircle, and it's got like 2 dealers that are facing in opposite directions. That's actually is like rolling the ball in the roulette wheel. It's not a digital one. So he's
Mhm.
like, well, let's go try those because I think, I like the fact that they actually have a live dealer, like rolling the ball instead of, like a computerized one. He's like, it just makes me feel better. I was like, okay, cool. And at that point in time, too, like because it was a digital machine, you could bet as much as you wanted to. So we could
Mhm.
go back to betting $1 a number.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we ended up doing for the rest of the night on Saturday before we called it a night and went to bed.
But you
Which
still walked out Saturday with a little extra.
yeah, and actually,
Yeah,
those digital roulette machines were great because we actually both made money on those.
that's
Does
cool.
that make sense?
Yeah. No, it just sounds like it sounds like just a giant playground in a hotel. Like that's what it sounds like. It sounds like just one like like an adult play world. Like an
Mhm.
adult Chuck E.
Yeah,
Cheese in
and
a
look, you can get
hotel.
the first time you ever go to this Cherokee, the Harris and Cherokee, or what, however, Cherokee Harris, whatever. Uh, it's huge. I mean, huge. And I actually still get turned around, like as like if I'm wanting to go get like a drink or something. Like I still get turned around, and like I'm finding that I'm kind of walking in circles. I think I've got a little bit better at it now, but this time we stayed there. We actually stayed in one of the newer towers that I've never stayed in before. I'm not sure. I think Lou stayed in it before. It was like the Cherokee Towers, one of the newer ones. Um, so having to find my way back to the hotel room by myself probably would have been an issue because I'd never been in
Hmm.
that tower before. But yeah, even just being down on the casino floor, it's overwhelming. It's
Is that
overwhelming.
the only casino they have there?
I think so. If I'm not, I guess, is that right, Lou? Is that the only casino they have in North Carolina?
Or even in oh, I was even saying in Cherokee, but
Yeah, as far as Cherokee is concerned, yeah, that's the only one that I.
oh, because it's an Indian reservation, they can
Right,
do what they
right.
want. Okay, that's right. Okay, but yeah, that's their only casino though. But it's they can make enough money just off that, just because it's a small place. I mean, that's the only place people can go. So
Yeah, yeah.
make all their money there.
So, so we had. I mean, we ended up having a good night both nights. I mean, I started out, pretty terrible Saturday morning, leading into Saturday afternoon, but leaving, I think Saturday night, we both, I think, were up at that point in time. So yeah,
Hmm.
I was feeling pretty good. I was feeling pretty good. So after I got done playing, I think it was probably my third or fourth round on the bubble crafts machine. Uh, I had walked over to Lewis playing blackjack. I walked over to his table where he was playing blackjack just to kind of hang out with him. I was kind of taking a break or whatever. Um, so I think it was like two tables down from where we were. Oh my god, girl! There was this lady. I don't know. I don't know if she was winning big or she was hitting blackjack. I don't know what she was doing, but like every so often as you were sitting there, like you would hear her scream, right?
Uh
And you
huh.
turn around and she was literally twerking, like
Uh
twerking at the table.
uh.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, and it was happening. It seemed like it was happening like every, like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 minutes it was happening. So I couldn't understand. Like everybody that was kind of sitting at the table couldn't understand if it was because she was drunk or she was winning or she was hitting 20, blackjack, or we weren't sure. But and then at a second point in time, she got the guy that was sitting next to her to start twerking. So I don't know if he
Wow.
started twerking when he won a hand or he won. I don't know, but yeah. So then you see the two of them kind of twerking on each other.
Oh my
So I mean,
gosh.
girl, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Um. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Lou. I'm getting to that. So yeah. So that was. So we had the excited people on the roulette table that were behind me when I was doing my craps machine. Or no, on the craps table. I'm sorry, the actual craps table that was behind me on my bubble craps machine. That with the lady smacking his butt and stuff like that. So then while he's playing blackjack, two tables down, there's this lady that's just flipping out, twerking on people, and then she gets other people start twerking. So then when we decide to go to these digital roulette tables, there was a couple that was sitting behind us playing the slot machines. And the woman was not doing anything. I guess she was basically just there watching her man, play the slot machine. But literally, like, she was there just sitting next to him yelling. Like, she was going, I think they were playing Wheel of Fortune. Was that the machine they were playing, Lou? They were playing Wheel of Fortune. So if you hit like the wheel spin or something like that, like if you get 3 across that say spin, like, if you look up, there's like a Wheel of Fortune wheel on the top of the machine, and you get to spin that when you hit spin. Like,
Oh,
like
cool.
3 rows like tic-tac-toe, basically. If you get 3 in a row, you get to spin the wheel. So, she was so excited anytime that he got that spin bonus or whatever. Like, she was up there sitting there going, woohoo! She was like, jackpot! I think his name was Eric, because I think I heard her call him his name a bunch of times. She's like, way to go, Eric! I mean, like, she was like so excited. He looks
Oh
over
my
at me and
gosh.
he was like, I need you to get that excited for me when you watch me play blackjack. So you know what I did? We were sitting right next to each other, and I was like, pay Uncle Lou! Woo! I just started yelling.
Did you?
Yes, I was like, okay.
Oh,
I was
did
like,
you?
I was like, you want me to get excited? I was like, okay, here we go. Yeah, so but no, like, she was off the chain. Like, she was so excited. Like, she had never been to a damn casino before. Or
She
never
looked
seen
like
any-
a tourist.
Well,
Probably.
he says she was Chinese. I mean, she was definitely of Asian descent. I'm not exactly sure if she was Chinese, but she was definitely of Asian descent. But yeah, she was excited. I mean, she was cheering her man on, boy. Yeah. And I think at one point in time too, I guess he won some money, and she was just like, yes, way to go. She was like, spin again. I mean, like, she was off the chain.
Like she thought she was on an actual game show.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yes, great, yes.
Big money.
Yes, great comparison. But literally, yeah. And then at one point in time, we look over there, and I guess she was getting all hot and bothered because she was cheering her man on playing the slot machine. But here's the thing, too. Her man was, like, so stoic. Like, he was just sitting there just, like a machine, just tapping that spin button, just tapping it. Like, he was not saying a word, and she was the one that was over there. She was the one over there just, flipping out and stuff like that. Like I said, his own personal cheering section, I guess.
Yeah.
So we look over at one point in time, and I guess she'd gotten herself all hot and bothered cheering him on or something. So when you go and you get this player's card thing, like, they ask you when you first get your player's card if you want, like, a little lanyard, to either wear around your neck or whatever like that. So she had actually tied, like, her player's card with this lanyard, like, in her hair to put her hair up because she I guess, like I said, she had gotten herself all hot and bothered.
She was getting all sweaty.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
she tied this lanyard that came with her player's card in her hair. So all you see is, like, she's got her hair up in a bun or a ponytail or something like that, and her little player's card is just sticking out of her hair. So
That is so funny.
hey, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, us women, we have to make do with what we have. So okay, thank you, Lou. Yes, I appreciate that. So as we were exiting the casino to go to the room, all of a sudden we hear, like, this beeping noise, right? Like, this beeping noise. How about there was, like, some 80-year-old woman that was in one of those, like, carts, like that you can get at the grocery store, like those little motorized carts. She was in her motorized cart, and granted, it's so busy, like, wall to wall people. Like, when we were playing roulette, like, we were basically shoulder to shoulder. There was that many people. It was so busy. It was busy Friday night when we got there, and then Saturday during the day wasn't so bad. But as of course, as it kind of got darker, the sun started going down. All the people came out. So Saturday night was busy, and again, at this time it was about 1:00 in the morning, and we were making our way back up to the room. But yes, so we start hearing, like, this beeping noise, right? So yeah, how about this 80-year-old woman is in one of those little carts. She's got a poodle Okay, a poodle sitting in like the little basket in the front of the cart, whose
Uh-huh.
ears were dyed red.
The
And
hair?
yeah, the dog's hair on the ears was dyed red. But she is steadily like honking this horn on the damn cart and just like driving through honking. I mean, like the whole
Oh
time.
my
Like, we were like, what the fuck,
gosh.
lady? You know? I mean,
Oh,
it was
God.
unnecessary to say the least. But yeah, I mean, and she was booking it on this thing, no joke. Kind of like Vic does when he's at Raj's house, or like when Lou and I have seen him at his house. I mean, like, she was booking it on this thing, and she was just steadily on that little horn. And it's not like a regular car horn. It's like one of those beep beep, like beep. I mean, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, like, she was just laying on that thing, like, just driving, pushing the horn, and this poor little poodle dog is sitting in the basket with this little red dyed ears,
Oh.
just turning his head. It was crazy.
Oh. She dyed his ears red?
Yeah,
What's wrong with
that's
her?
honestly not good for them either. That's
It's
honestly
not.
no, it's not.
It's
It's not.
not.
Those
And it's
chemicals.
weird that yeah, and why would she dye him red anyway?
Yeah,
It's weird. Weirdo lady
but
with the
yeah,
freaking
she was
cart.
not. I mean,
Is it because the cart
she
was
you
red? She wanted to
the cart
match
was
the
red
ears?
too. Yes, yeah. She is the epitome of does not give a fuck. I mean, cause
Yes.
she could get she gave zero fucks. I mean, she would have
How do
literally
people
ran
like
some.
that exist? I just
Right.
don't
She would have
understand.
literally ran somebody over if they were in her way, and she was, yeah. Honestly, I think she actually almost ran me over.
Mhm.
Had I not heard the beeping in her, I mean, she was zooming on that thing. No joke. She was zooming on that thing. So
I
the
didn't know they could go that
yeah,
fast.
so the very last thing, I think, we were leaving the hotel this morning to go to our car, and we actually, I think, Pete, you'll like this. We actually saw an Indian,
Like
like feather in the hair and everything.
and they were just walking out
No,
in
so
like they lived there, right?
here's the thing. Now we were walking out, into the lobby, out to the parking garage where we had parked a car, and this guy was. It looked like he had slept there. I don't know, but he looked like that he had slept on one of the chairs, like in one of the little lobby areas in the hallway. But he was definitely an Indian because he had the feather in his hair and everything. I mean, it was, yeah. So there we go. We
Wow.
saw our
I
first
wonder what
Indian in
it's like to live
Cherokee.
on a reservation,
I don't
you
know.
know? I mean, like, they
I
really
said
literally
feather.
have
He
their
had a
own little
feather in his
world.
hair, Slim. Slim Shady Kane said, "Please specify dot or feather engine."
Ah,
Yeah, he had a
daughter
feather in his
feather
hair.
engine.
So
Um, because like, what was I thinking about? Like I mean, that's because it's true. I mean, nobody could tell, Native Americans, you can't put up a casino here. It doesn't matter if it's not allowed in North Carolina, right? They could do whatever the hell they want.
yeah,
So I always wondered what it was like to live on a reservation,
yeah. I don't
you
know. I
know?
mean, I don't know if it's any different than what you see in like the movies or whatever, but I mean, I've heard that they're very, very strict on those reservations, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I mean, like you were literally like, from what I've seen and heard, you're literally like you have arranged marriages. You know,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, but I've heard that they're very, very strict.
I can't imagine an arranged marriage, but you know what? I did work with people that they still do that nowadays in the Philippines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody's kid like hasn't gotten married by, like I knew a guy. Now he didn't fess up to this, but he had told me this way ahead of time that like he had had girlfriends, right? But he hadn't gotten married and he was almost 30 at the time, right? This is my last job. And he's like, "Yeah, my dad's his mom had passed away, but he had told me that his dad said if he hadn't found someone that they had to arrange it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just, Well, all of a sudden he had this girlfriend from where did she come from? Um not Malaysia, Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
Singapore. But apparently, and it's probably true, she probably had her family may have known that family for a long time for whatever reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he says, "Oh, she's an old friend of the family. We found each other." Like he will not say that it was arranged, right? But this guy is known to be a liar. Like he'll lie. He lies so much that he will lie about, like, you could catch him doing something and he will lie about it. I mean, he's that much of a liar. So I'm sure
Sounds
that
like
this
my
was an arranged.
16-year-old.
Well, I'm sure, so I'm assuming that this one was arranged. But there, I mean, she's like, and then she moved from Singapore. She was already a nurse down to Texas, right? And
Mm-hmm.
she worked there too. She's a better nurse than he was, but uh and now they moved, like I think to Houston or something, but they've already had a baby and everything. But yeah, like they still do that stuff to this day in some
Oh yeah.
place.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I
Absolutely.
couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine. I mean, what if you don't like that person?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
You
see
know,
those reality TV shows that are like, what is it? It's like something about like they don't even meet the person that they're marrying until
that's
the day of
insane.
the wedding. So basically, it's like an arranged marriage. But yeah, they have reality shows about that kind of shit all the time.
That almost seems abusive in a way. I don't know. I don't
I mean,
know.
that's the
I don't.
culture.
Not
Some people.
abusive. I mean, that's just. It just sounds so insane. Like
Hmm.
nobody's going to tell me who I'm going to marry, who I'm going to do whatever with. Nobody's going to tell me shit. You
You
know,
can't
you're
tell
not going
me
to tell
shit.
me. You're not going to tell me. Oh, you're going to marry that guy, Kathy, because that's who we like. You know,
Right,
I can't even imagine.
Mrs. Pete says, "A male that lies? No, say it ain't
No, but
so."
this guy is a pathological liar, though.
Yeah.
I didn't trust this guy. He was one of the, people that lie, that lie about things they don't even have to lie about. It's like, why?
Like one of those type of people too that like you actually see him do something and he sits there and lies about it like, "No, I didn't do that," or "No, I
Pretty
didn't say
much,
that."
yeah. He'll
Yeah.
try to find a way to, yeah, yeah. I
Um
I think it's
I'm
weird.
sorry. No, I was just going to say I posted the StreamYard link if anybody would like to come in and join. We can
And
talk
get your
about
bad bitch fuel. Your
and we can talk
bad
about
bitch
whatever you would
fuel.
like.
Bad bitch fuel, bitch
So
fuel.
overall, it was a very successful weekend. I did have fun. We are
It sounds like
planning, yeah, we are planning on going again Masters Week. So we're going to be leaving like April 3rd, I think is the day we're leaving after I get done with work, and then we'll be coming back on Thursday. But
a
my
nice little
yeah,
vacay.
nice little what four? So what is
Oh,
that?
and then you get to
4 days?
get out of the, yeah, because it's all like crowded there, right? During Masters Week, it's like really, isn't
Depends
it
on
like?
well, like where I'm at, it's not so bad because I live in Grovetown. But when I
Mhm.
used to live over by the Masters, yes, I mean you don't want to be in that, you don't want to be in that area Masters Week. But
Mm.
yeah, me living in Grovetown now, it's not so bad. It's not so bad as far as traffic. Um, but yeah, and then I'm taking my two little ones with me, so they'll be there too. But if you've heard Lou talk about this place, they've got a bowling alley and a arcade,
Uh
and
huh.
then I think we're gonna take like one day out of the 4 days that we're there, and we're gonna maybe hit like downtown Cherokee or go to Maggie Valley, which Maggie Valley is only like 20-30 minutes away from Cherokee. So yeah,
Yeah,
well, I think we'll have a good time. I think my kids will have a good time too.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
can't
I
wait
am
to
so
make it up to
down
Cherokee.
with yeah, I am so down with this, this little group outing of Cherokee.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. And then look, I mean like we could like the ladies can do like a spa day or something cuz
Oh
they have like a spa
yeah.
there. So, like if there's people that are bringing their significant others, like the ladies can do a spa day
Oh,
and
I'd
let
love to
yeah.
have a
Mhm.
spa day. Oh, I'd love to have a spa day. Oh, I want a spa day.
Yeah, the last time we were there, I think it was like right before Valentine's Day maybe, and he tried to set something up as far as like getting a couples massage.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts on that?
Couples
Yeah.
massage? Well, I've never had a couples massage. The
Neither have I.
every
But
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't think anything kinky goes on in there. So,
well,
but
no, I'm not saying
okay,
that.
but
I'm
I don't know. What do you mean? What do I think about it?
I don't know. I just thought maybe you had some thoughts about on getting a couples massage.
But what's like? Okay, here's the thing. What's the point? I mean, I guess you could, get it over with, and y'all get it done at the same time. But what's the point? Is it supposed to be romantic? Because you got
I
two
think
other strangers in there massaging you, and you're not massaging the other. You're not massaging your significant
you're
other.
massaging. You're
They're
not
massaging
massaging.
you, and y'all are staring at each other like this is some kind of sexual thing. Is that it? I don't
Well,
get it.
have you ever had a professional massage done?
I've had a professional massage,
Okay.
but not a couples massage.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
had well, and I don't know if I told you that. I think you know this, but my sister is a massage therapist. Like she's a professional
Right.
massage therapist, and I've gotten massages done from her before. But yeah, I've never done a couples massage, and she like I asked her because we had talked about this, but Lou and I have talked about this before about getting a couples massage. And I asked her, I was like, well, does anybody, like, do you do couples massages, or do you know anybody in your salon that does couples massages? She's like, well, no, I don't do couples massages just because that's not something I'm interested in. She's like, but yes, there are a couple people that I work with that do couple massages. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean one massager massages both couples?
No, like, no.
I thought you meant like they stood in the middle and they're like
No.
rubbing their
I mean,
backs
I'm
on each.
assuming, yeah. Like I said, I've never had one done, but I'm assuming that you have one person
Yeah, it's two
massaging.
separate.
Two
Yeah.
separate people massaging. Yeah, each person. So. Or a person assigned to each person.
Okay.
Not one person doing both massages, which would be, I guess, kind of weird. I don't
But
know.
that's funny that you say that because I've heard of couples massages all the time, but I never thought about it. I never thought about why do they do that? I don't know.
Hmm.
Why is it a thing? I never actually thought about it until you mentioned it. What do I think about it? I don't know what I think about. I never
Yeah, I
thought
guess you
about
can't
it.
really give an opinion unless you've had one done.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. I'm not sure if that's a sensual thing or not. How can that be sensual when there's other people there? You're both getting a massage. I mean, I don't
I don't know. I
know.
mean, I hear a lot of people that go on honeymoons and shit like that. They
But
that's part.
but do they find that romantic to
I
get a massage at the same time?
I mean, I don't know if the term romantic was necessarily used. Maybe like, it was fun. I don't know.
I don't know either. You know, I mean, you can imagine like at a spa if a couple was to get in a hot tub together by themselves in an alone room.
Right,
But you're in a room with two strangers, they're each massaging you, doing a professional job while y'all sit there and talk to each other.
right,
I
right.
I just don't. I mean, okay, sounds like a I mean, I would have fun doing
That's
that
got
with you,
ups.
sitting
Yeah,
there hanging out
listen,
talking to
that's
you.
got upside
Yeah.
down pineapple written all over it. So maybe you're right. Maybe I don't want to be a part of that. So unless if we were to do the couples massage, I would get a man masseuse and he would get a woman masseuse. I don't know. I don't know. No, but the realm the thought of even an upside down pineapple adventure in all this is not gonna happen. So maybe we should just nip that shit in the bud right now. So no couple massages for Lou and BA.
And I can promise you that Lou would, if he was to have a choice, he wouldn't want another man in there. If it was an upside down pineapple thing, he would either take just the
Yo,
one
what?
masseuse or the two female masseuses
Yes.
along with.
Listen. Can we talk about that for a second? You bring up a very valid point. Okay, why is it okay? Why is it okay with two women, but like if I want, why can't I have two men? You know what I'm saying?
Are you asking?
Well, no,
Are you
I'm
asking?
just throwing that out there. So let's just say okay. So let's just say
I would love to hear the
yeah,
men's.
talking.
I have
Let's
a
just talk.
feeling I know what the
Let's
reason
just talk
is.
about a threesome, okay? So like if you were to talk about having a threesome
Hmm.
for the men, two women and him is where they're gonna go.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
if I were to say, well, no, if we do a threesome, I would want it to be me and you and another dude. But
Hmm.
that's totally out of no. They can't fathom that whatsoever. No. So what's the difference? What's the difference in between two women?
Well, I think because just look at in society though. I mean, two women together a lot of times is more socially acceptable. You'll find guys that they'll make fun of gay guys, right? But they love to watch two women together, right?
Right.
But I don't know. I think with guys, it's like the bromance is usually as far as it'll go for straight guys. They just have this thing. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing too. You can set up rules and boundaries. Like, okay, at some point in time, like the whole time this thing is going on, you guys do not have to touch each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't have to touch each
I would love
other.
to hear a guy's opinion on this because I would have no idea as far as what a guy would think. Like, like, well, no, I mean, all guys like the two women. Well, they all like the two women
Of
thing.
course they do. Of course they
So,
do. That's like, yeah. I mean, all time fantasy right there. Two chicks
right.
and them. Absolutely. So why can't my like ultimate fantasy be yeah, two dudes and me, Like I said, you guys don't have to touch each other, all right? It's all about me anyways.
Ah, that's where we're getting to, right?
It's all about me. So, you guys don't have to do anything or well, to each other.
How do we get to this subject?
I know. I guess because we were talking about couples massages, then we kind of flipped.
Oh,
to
that's
upside down
right. That's right. I was
pineapples,
like,
and
how
then
did
now
we
we're
get
on
here?
threesomes. So yes, yes.
Oh my gosh. That is funny though. Yeah.
Okay,
What?
I will, Lou. He said, "BA
See,
find."
I can't see the comments.
Yeah, he says, "BA find two dudes that want a sword fight and go for it."
Two dudes that want a sword fight.
Great
Sword
question,
fight?
JJ. JJ says, "What if the other chick is annoying and ruins the mood?" But yeah, like what if they're a talker? What if the other chick is like just a nonstop talker?
You're asking Lou?
I'm asking you. Like, yeah,
You're asking me?
Well, yeah. Well, just in general. I'm just yeah asking in general to the comments, the chat section or whatever. Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, because
I mean, I
yeah,
think
for
I
the
would find that
guys.
annoying. Yeah, I think I would find that annoying. If the guy was a chatter, and he chatted the whole time.
What would they be chatting about?
Oh,
During something
I
like
don't.
that.
I just
I
had
don't
something that
know.
popped into my head, but yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Yeah. Or maybe if she was like, is it more of a turn on too? Like if she's sort of like commanding, like or basically like barking out orders on, like how I
I
don't know.
guess it would depend on what a guy was into
Right, like are
and
you
yeah.
do you like the more dominatrix type or I don't know.
I guess
So
some
like
guys like
that's what I'm
that,
saying. Like in a guy's fantasy, I guess in a guy's fantasy, like would you want the two women to be the same like the same, or would you want
I'm
one?
so shocked that no guys are coming in here talking about this because they love to talk about this
Yeah, I
shit.
know. On their
Here's
channels,
your
right?
chance, guys. Here's your chance to explain the mystery of why it is that it's so fascinating for y'all to see two women together. Why is it so fascinating? I've always wondered that too. Like, not just necessarily the threesome thing, but I mean, the majority of men like that idea of at
Yes.
least two women. Maybe
Yes.
not even necessarily a threesome, just two women.
Right.
So, and I've heard all different kind of explanations, of why it is. And I asked a boyfriend one time, and he's like, I don't know why that is. I mean, we were both real young at that time, so he
Mm-hmm.
probably wasn't sure either. Like, why is it that y'all like that?
Wait.
He's like, I don't know.
What? Wait. Uncle Lou just said that he's done it multiple times. Now, okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh. I mean, I think I remember a story, but I don't know about. I didn't know about multiple times.
Uh-oh.
Pete says y'all are looking too deep. Women are hot, men are disgusting. Case closed. I mean, hey, if you put it that way, who can
Well,
argue?
women's
Who can
body
argue with it?
are
Well, who can argue with that logic? So,
it's
all right,
true.
Pete.
Our bodies are a work of art. And men's bodies not necessarily. Like we
Right.
look like a piece of art. Well, I had said that once. Remember that time I said that, and Lou said, "Well, some of y'all are built like art. Some of y'all are built like dump trucks." Remember that? But now he's got dump trucks as his little booty thing that he wants to do.
Which he brought that up while we were sitting at the casino. He was like, did I tell you that I got my shirt in? I was like, yeah, you showed it to me. I've seen it. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I haven't worn it yet. And I was like, well, you missed opportunity then, babe. I was like, you could have brought it here and been wearing it around the casino. And people have been asking, like, well, what the hell's dump trucks? And there you go. Missed opportunity
He-
on your part.
well, you know what? If he ever does that, that could be a way to find out if people would eat there. Because think about that. Is that a good idea or not? I don't think when I hear dump trucks, I don't think of women's asses. I think of dump trucks.
Really?
But if you were to call it cakes, I could see that. You know what I mean?
Cakes. Yeah.
Cakes.
Well, I don't know.
And
I
it's
think
women with
I'm
big
the
booties.
opposite. Well, see, I think I'm the opposite. I think if I did hear dump trucks, I would immediately think, yeah, like an ass.
I don't. I see. I guess dump truck.
Dump trucks?
I've heard trunk.
Like back that thing up, dump truck.
Yeah, dump truck. Okay. Or yeah, I guess.
Hey there, Vic
Hi,
Tube.
Vic.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
What's going on, Vic Tube?
Oh yes, there were, Uncle Lou. He said there was a lot of potential dump truck employees at the casino Saturday night. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all the best part. So we had stepped outside to go smoke because you can't smoke in the casino. You have to go outside to smoke.
Right.
As we were coming back in, we noticed. I think you know where I'm going with this, Lou. We noticed this. She had to have been like in her 60s. All right. So keep in mind, it's cold. It's like 40 something degrees outside, 30 and getting colder. There was a lady that was standing with another two people. I think they were smoking too. I think they were taking a smoke break too. But she had these fur like boots. They were like purple, like bright purple boots on, and then like this dress. I can't even remember what the dress on. And she had white hair, like Daenerys from Game of Thrones, white hair, and she was like 60 years old.
Yes,
and short. She was short too.
Yes, but she was 60 years old, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, so she was I don't know what she was thinking, but yeah, she was dressed I guess in her mind to the 9s and 10s.
Yes, so
Damn.
y'all said that y'all wanted guys on the stream, so whatever you want to know, now's your chance.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if you know too much about this though, in particular.
About
what
about couples massages?
No, about a threesome.
No, you're right. I don't have any experience, but I mean,
That's okay. That's okay. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, Vic.
okay.
What would you like to talk about? Yes, Mrs. Feet. That's exactly. As soon as Lou saw her, he busted out with that song. Apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur. That's exactly what I was thinking as soon as I saw her, and I think I'm the one that pointed her out to him as we were walking inside after smoking. Yeah, it was amazing.
Right, but I guess that doesn't mean yeah. So, but like, what did y'all want to know though?
Mm.
I guess I would like to know what the excitement is of what was the two women? Is that what we were talking about?
Well,
Like,
I mean, Vic, do you enjoy watching two women?
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna guess yes.
I'm gonna guess yes too. That was a
Yeah.
long pause before he
I'm
actually
gonna guess
answered,
yes.
and then you heard the little chuckle too, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear the little chuckle? Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna confirm yes on that.
Okay.
Yes.
So
It's
well,
okay.
well, I guess because we men, we like women, so it's kind of like the whole if one is good, two are better.
A lot of guys will say that, right? Or something to that effect. Like one guy told me once, "What's the most beautiful thing in the world?" I'm like, "I don't know," like, and he's talking about women, right? I said, "Okay." And he goes, "So what's better than the most beautiful woman in the world?" I'm like, "I don't know."
But
He's like,
two,
two of them.
yeah, yes,
Wait. So
then
that's what he said, TK?
Or something like that. I
Oh.
mean, something to that,
and then
effect.
if you get three, well, that's just good business. So yeah.
Well, the guy
man.
usually wants to be the third one.
That's why it's called a threesome.
Yes.
Oh man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. So I guess that's like take turns, I guess, or
I don't think that's how most men would go
okay.
about doing that. If I'm being completely honest.
I wouldn't know. So
Yeah, right.
like
No, I don't know.
like I said,
Honestly, I don't think that a man would be able just to sit there and watch, if I'm being completely honest. Would you agree with
Yeah,
that, TK?
I would probably agree with that too.
Yeah, I think they would have a very I just don't think they could fight that urge, honestly.
Right.
You're making what a stinger, Pete?
Oh no.
what
Oh no.
what
What are you making a stinger?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Is it something we said or is it something Vic said?
yeah,
I need you to specify.
Stinger is made. A stinger is made.
Yeah, 'cause
We
I
got
can't
another stinger.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I love that little stinger that Lou put together for us.
Oh, that
I'm
was
telling
a whole.
you, it
You know,
makes
when I
me
think of
laugh every
stinger-
time I hear it. And I must have listened to that thing about 20, 30 times. And every time I listen to it, it makes me laugh every single
When
time.
he said he was going to do stinger, like I didn't think it was going to be this whole like little skit. I was thinking something like casket or something, anything. I don't know.
Yeah, like a small
Just
little,
someone-
like a little tidbit.
phrase
Yes.
or a little tidbit.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be a whole like little spiel.
Yeah, so have you seen the stinger that Lou made of me and Nate?
Yes.
Yes,
Where
that
he
is
like
funny.
swapped out our
That is
fake
so funny.
That one
these
is
two-
hilarious
they,
too.
like,
And I
doing
think I
pottery.
think it makes Nate so mad too. I think when he sees it, I
Yeah,
think
you're
it
right,
pisses him off.
doing pottery. Yeah.
You
And
know
that's
what,
what makes it so
Bulldog
much
JC,
funnier.
abso-freaking-lutely, you hit the spot on. So his comment says, "I think it's just I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. I think it's just a social perception that if a woman has two guys at the same time, she's a hoe, but if a guy has two women at a time, he's considered a stud."
Wow.
Absolutely. 100% agree with that.
Well, I mean, that could be for anything too, just
Right.
even like a
That's
woman who
not
sleeps around, you know?
exactly that is
Yeah.
not narrowed down to just a threesome. You're absolutely right. You know what? It's funny. I think that Lou and I were actually having this discussion about this before, and I brought it the same. I posed the same question. Why is it okay? Why is it that when a man, like, cheats with multiple women, he's considered a stud, but then, like, if a woman cheats or has multiple partners, she's considered a whore?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's a great question.
It's and to this day, I mean, it's still that way, I
It
think.
is. That hasn't changed in anybody's eyes, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Facts, Jerry. Jerry Wells says they a bunch of double standards. Exactly.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
it is.
And look, everybody knows women are
But see,
very emotional, and
Emotion.
you know, we're thinkers. We overthink things. So
and here's the thing too. Though, but here's the thing too, Battle Angel. I don't know if guys realize this, but at least I could speak for myself. I don't. I probably could speak for you too. Because you and I have a lot of similarities in how we think about things. I wouldn't want a guy that just sleeps around, like with any woman. I wouldn't want that either. Like, I don't want a man whore.
no, absolutely, I totally agree.
You know,
I totally
so
agree.
I mean, they can think they're a stud all they want, but I ain't touching it if it's been in more vaginas than I can count. I don't want it in mine. Okay,
Yeah, you
thank
don't.
you,
Right,
but no thank you.
right.
Right, you don't want that community usage.
Yeah, I would feel like I
I
was having sex with some kind of dirty person.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't know.
not going to
You don't
judge the
know.
guy.
Yeah,
Don't
you
get me
don't know. Yeah,
wrong.
you don't know where he's been. So
Right. It's not a judging thing. I know how guys are. And even if a woman, hey, I don't care how many people you want to sleep with. I'm not going to judge you. But if you're going to sleep around, I don't want to sleep with you because I don't want to get something, you
Right.
know?
Right.
S- And somebody who would do that, why would I be any more special anyway? That's just gonna. I know guys sleep around. That's normal. But what I'm saying is there are some guys who are like man whores. You know, like they'll just like they cheat everything. They can't get enough of it. They want to. They see a vagina. They want to have sex with it. It doesn't matter what the face looks like.
I'm like,
I don't know what I'm
yeah, I
saying.
think I should. Yeah, I think I probably should have stayed with that.
Welcome, Bulldog Brian. How are you?
Think
What's
Hey,
going on, ladies?
Brian.
How are y'all doing?
happened about it.
Good. How are
Doing
you?
Wonderful.
well. Okay,
Would
so
you like to add anything to this discussion?
yes,
Okay.
yes, that is actually why I joined.
All
Okay,
right.
so
Let's hear it.
have you ever heard of the lock and key?
Oh God.
I don't think
No.
I ever have.
No?
No.
Okay, so it's an analogy for like men and women in terms of like
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. Hang on just a second.
no.
Pete says, Pete says, don't take dirty dick at TK 2023.
Oh,
Don't take dirty dick.
I love that. You need to make
Oh my
a
God.
shirt. Oh my God. You need to make a shirt. That would be amazing. Luke, can we get a shirt made for TK, please? That would be amazing. Okay, I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. That was fucking hilarious. So the analogy goes like this: the women are the lock, and the men are the key. The
Mhm.
men is supposed to be the master key. Now, how can you appreciate a lock and enjoy a lock for what it's worth
Okay,
if any key can open it?
that's right. Any key can open it. So
Okay.
That's basically what it. I'm not saying I agree with it.
Well,
That's
no.
just the
I
analogy
totally
that I've heard.
totally get that analogy. So, what makes it? I mean, why? Why does that differ from the the guy putting his key into different locks. You know, so
I don't get it. That doesn't
Hey,
really work. It's supposed to be that.
that's just what I heard
It's supposed to
when I was growing up.
be that one key
Yeah.
only fits one lock, but it's like every key fits every lock, and every lock fits
right.
every key.
And this dude's going out there trying his key in every single freaking lock.
So what's the point in even having
No,
in
I'm
having
not.
a lock?
Right, I'm not having that. I'm on the same page as you, TK.
Anyway.
I really am.
My thing
Yeah.
is like is it doesn't matter. Like what you did is what you've done. But as far as like if you're just giving it away for free, then there's a little bit of a difference.
Right.
If it's with somebody that you know and that you trust enough and y'all have an understanding and you want to be adults, then be adults and have your fun. But if you're constantly just a dirty person and you're just constantly catching stuff, then there becomes an issue.
Yeah.
There's a line in the sand where that it's been crossed at that point. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get what you're saying. Nature Boy says, but what if I'm a locksmith? Okay, I have to give you that one. That was a good one. That was a good one, Nature Boy.
Waiting for someone to say that.
That was
Goddamn,
a good
Raj.
one.
Goddamn, Raj.
Yeah.
What did Raj say? I can't see
Raj
the comment.
says Vic is humble with an 11 soft cock.
Oh
What?
my god.
What?
Basically, what he's saying is Vic's got that $5 foot long.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
That's right.
Oh man.
Raj.
Oh.
Raj.
Yeah, Raj.
Oh. Well, look, I mean, this is where I stand on it. If I'm not good enough for you, then I guess I'm just I'm just not gonna be the one then. So that's
You go, girl.
yeah. If I'm not good enough for you, if you feel the need that you've got to go wander and then I mean, obviously it was never meant to be. So
Yeah.
how you
Yeah.
doing? Keep it moving, as Raj would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
Right?
Exactly.
So that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. So
Welcome,
I guess,
Slim.
Okay, never mind.
Slim.
How did y'all wander down this yellow?
I
brick road?
know, right? Hey, what have we said about this show? Right? It's
I'm
about
just like- I'm
anything
just-
and everything, and a little bit of football.
I'm just like, it's 5:00 in the afternoon, and this is what we're on about.
Right? Right?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it. Brian actually does have a point because like seriously think about it for a second. A woman's inherent value comes from her chastity. Men have to go out and obtain their value. Women are born with it.
By sleeping around, men have to obtain their value.
Some are.
No, not necessarily. No, not by sleeping around, but it. All right, perfect example. But nobody wants a guy that's living with their mama, ain't got no job, ain't got no car. Everybody's gonna call him a bum and ain't got
There
no
you
problem doing it.
There you go.
Okay, I would agree to that. Yes.
That and
Okay.
word of mouth goes a long way.
So that's what I mean by men have to create their value and women are born with theirs.
What are your thoughts on that, TK?
I actually agree with that. Here's the thing. And they're, okay.
I know what you're
I know.
trying to word it in a yes, I get it.
Yeah,
I get you.
there's differences between men and women, right? And I celebrate those differences, right? So, yes, there's some unfairness with women, right? But I feel like the guys sometimes will get a short end of the stick too in some ways. You got to look at that. You know what I mean? Like Slim said, they almost have to earn their worth, right? We're just kind of born with it. As long as we don't let go of it, and so they have this pressure that they have to be a certain way. They have to be like this. They have to be able to bring home. It's how much money do you make? What kind of job do you have? They have other pressures that we don't have. On the Titanic, on any boat, and it's sinking.
Yeah, women
and children first.
There you go. So
In a
there's
way.
a reason for that though. It's so men can figure out the solution to the problem in silence.
Wow.
or
Oh
they can,
God. Okay. Here
yeah,
I'm
or
trying
they,
to here
yeah,
I'm
Wow,
or
I
they,
trying
should
to
put
take
you
up
out
for
for
the
that.
man's side. I'm
well,
trying to hear stick up
Wham!
for the
or they
guys,
just
and
die.
Slim goes and says that.
I know. I should put you out for that, Slim.
I could not swing at that slow ball across the plate.
Yes,
Well,
that, yeah. He was definitely set up for that.
yeah, except for
It's true.
they died though. But yeah,
Slim with Trey Turner versus Venezuela just now.
So, I see it in a lot of ways. It evens out in a way, really, to me. Like I don't ever feel like I've been what do you call it? Because I'm a woman, I've been, what's the word I'm looking for?
what I know,
Oppressed.
Treated unfairly necessarily.
discriminated.
Or discriminated against. Right. I mean, I know, yeah, there's that double standard we talk about, but I don't go out and have sex with a lot of guys anyway, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
And I may think a woman who sleeps around is a whore. I mean, I can't help it if I think that too. Is that right for me to think that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I think so.
It's just it's
Well, I mean,
Well,
that's-
originally feminists had it right. Men are pigs that go around and try and sleep with everybody. The problem was their solution was, well, women should too. And no, that wasn't the solution.
I think that women should see, to me, the way I think a true feminist would be like is someone who can celebrate their femininity and just be who they are as a woman. Women need to understand the power that they have just being a woman. Why do you try to be like a man? I don't
Right.
want to
No,
be like
I
a
agree with
man.
that.
I
I
want to
agree
be
with
like a
that.
woman. And
I agree
we
with
have
that
our
statement.
own strengths,
And that's the thing too. I would think that a man, like a secure man, would want something like that too. You
Right.
don't you want your woman to be strong and independent and not have to rely or be dependent on you?
Yes, but here's the thing that comes with that as well. And it's not all women, it's just most of the ones that have the bigger voice. Is that most of them that get to that status and become that, which happy for them, good for you, they end up trying to turn it into a competition with their man and belittle them on certain things as far as like money goes and stuff like that. And so
Okay.
like most men begin to not like look for stuff like that. I'm not saying it's all, but it's the ones with the loudest voices that portray the biggest audience.
Right. No, and I can get that. I mean, I would like to think that I'm not that type of woman. I mean, if anything, I don't know, like with my relationship with Lou, like
No,
I mean,
you're a
I
nice
feel,
girl.
I feel like that we are equal partners, basically. I mean, we're equal partners. Like, for granted, okay, we went out of town this weekend. I basically told him, I was like, look, I'll split the cost of the hotel with you. Like, I mean,
Yeah, but
Right.
see, men don't care about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They really don't. I could
Like-
care less if my wife could cover half the bills of the house,
right.
because there are
I think so.
yes, I make more money, but there are things like, and TK was headed down the right road. There are things that being a woman are just better at, and there are things men are better at. See, that's where the whole thing, in my opinion, went sideways. It's, yes, men and women do need each other. They do need to be dependent on each other because you have complementary skill sets.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, society has devalued one skill set and said, like she said, or Brian was alluding to, it's a competition now where everybody's got to act like men.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I believe in equal pay for an equal job if you're doing the same exact job the same way, duh, But like they get to the point where it's almost like you want everything equal, really?
Right. No,
Do
no.
you?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, that's been that, and I know crap like that persists, but I mean, perfect example. My wife takes more time off work than I do, so of course I'm going to make more money.
Well, yeah.
I mean but see, that's what a lot of it comes down to.
hmm If
It's
they have
just
to, if they're home with children too, if their child is sick, they have to call in or something. I don't know.
she's taken 6 weeks
Yeah.
off of work twice that I haven't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So of course it's going to work out that way. But it's I don't know. The way I heard it best is who was it? I don't even remember who said it, but he was giving a lecture on it, and he said, feminism nowadays is sending the message that women need men like fish need a bicycle, and it's just not the case. Women need men like women need men, and men need women like men need women.
I
Mhm.
like that. Yeah. That's
I
absolutely.
mean, perfect example. Okay, my wife has now worked 2 jobs that I would have been fired from in 30 seconds flat. Because people come in before she works where she does now. She worked at a bank, both of them. People come in huffing, puffing, cussing, motherfucking everybody around. I would have been fired in 30 seconds flat.
Yeah.
She has
Yeah.
the patience to deal with it. I don't.
Right.
So that's what I mean by women. Women are just better at things that men aren't necessarily good at.
Yeah.
It's complementary.
It's exactly what it is. To me, feminism, feminism, I
The
can't say it,
feminism.
is finding your strength in being the woman who you are, being the woman you are.
Yeah, girl.
You know,
That hits hard because it took me a very, very, very long time to realize that. You know, I mean, it did. It took me a very long time. I mean, you guys know my story.
hmm
almost 20 years. 20 years. I always felt like that I was never good enough. No one else is gonna love me. I mean, yeah, 20 years. It breaks you down. You know.
But see,
hmm
everybody's got something that along those lines where they wonder if they're good enough. I still wonder if I'm a good parent all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree.
hmm
Everybody's got those things because it love my mama to death. It's my mama, but I wasn't raised. I grew up, and
hmm
I was like, well, what do I know about being a father? I've never had one. I don't know the first damn thing about it. And I found out quick these things don't come with instruction manuals.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Well,
And they're all
and the
different too, right, Slim? All different.
Yes.
Yes.
5 months into it, I'm figuring out. Yes, they're different.
Yes. Different
Total opposites of
personalities.
each other.
Yes. Different personalities. Yes. Absolutely.
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
sorry, guys, that was my phone.
No, you're fine. I need to know more about this. Raj Light says, "Ask K Dog. He has a sugar mama." What?
Uh-oh.
Sugar
Does-
mama.
What?
Y'all calling Mrs. K Dog a sugar mama? Is that what
Apparently.
y'all were saying?
Is she a sugar mama? I don't even see Kate. Is K Dog in here? You got questions to answer, sir.
Uh-oh. But to go back to your original premise on you wanted a men's perspective on it, I mean, I can give you the historical perspective. I mean, women have been encouraged to have relations with other women going back 3,000 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was encouraged in ancient Greece.
Really?
Or it was
Yep.
encouraged in the Norse, right? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
Sure
either.
was.
I did not know that either.
So there's a historical precedent for it. It's in our DNA for thousands of years.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Mhm,
That is
yeah.
wild.
Now, I'll just say from my own experience, that shit turns into a spectator sport real quick. Somebody is spectating. It's just the way it works.
Ah.
Ah.
I mean, unless you're that Chinese kid that was born with a dick in the middle of your back, somebody's spectating.
in the middle of
Look,
your back.
I am actually. I mean, I'm secure in myself, and I'm woman enough to admit this. I mean, am I gonna say watching two, hot women? Yeah, I may get a little tingle. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
so.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, I'm woman
Pillow
enough to
fight.
admit that. I'm woman enough to admit it.
Hey, that shit's
Pillow-
forever on the internet now.
Yeah, pillow.
Something tells me that's gonna be another stinger here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You
you're
know-
probably right. You're
Pillow
probably
fight.
right. So,
Yeah, that's
Digital footprint.
why.
yeah. Look,
Yeah,
I don't
Whoever
regret
makes
anything.
that a stinger,
Yeah, I don't
you're
regret
welcome.
anything I just said. All right, I'm not taking it back. There, make that a stinger, bitches.
Yeah,
She said, "God damn it, I did it, and I said it."
Yep.
yeah, we were disappointed that we didn't get to see the pillow fight.
Oh, I'm sure you were, Vic.
That was
I
that
think-
might have
back
actually
on
been a
that.
little too much for your heart to take. All right. So,
I think Vic might have been the most disappointed.
oh yeah, Vic and Nate probably.
Hey, I'm
man.
with Vic. I'm disappointed.
Pillow
I still
fight.
cry about this.
The Uncle Lou says, and I hope he's trolling. Women are supposed to shut up and do what the men say. The man says, and men can do pretty much whatever they want. It's biblical. Well, we
Of course
all
he's
okay.
trolling.
I think he's
Of course
trolling
he's
because
trolling.
of course
So does
we
the
Kind
Bible.
of is
we know
biblical in a
right.
way.
We all know how he feels about religion and the Bible. So yes.
Well, he doesn't have to go to religion. It's still that way in Japanese society today. In a lot of respects.
Yeah. Yes,
Well,
like that.
What about Middle
like that
Eastern
all
too,
over the
right?
world.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Not in the Bible, but it was all over the world.
Well,
so-
hell, we were just talking about arranged marriages, were we not, TK?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Hey, you still have those. They still have shotgun weddings in Alabama.
That's what I was telling her.
Well,
She didn't realize that those were still
Same
like
thing.
very prominent, and I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, they are arranged marriages. Yeah, you hear about that shit all the time.
It's more prominent in the U.S. with people that immigrate here. One of my wife's former jobs. The father, it was a family that immigrated from India. The father owned it, but the son went from store to store running them all. And the son was in an arranged marriage. I mean, and that was pretty common for Indian culture.
Yeah. I think honestly I think it's like and I don't know about the Korean culture, but I mean maybe way back, I don't know. I mean, but I know like for
Sure did,
Japanese and like
Raj needs that link.
yeah.
I mean, you still have a lot of hardcore traditionalists in all kinds of Asian societies. All kinds,
Right.
whether it's Korean, Vietnamese, Chinese. You see it
Yeah,
still
well,
a
the
lot
guy
here
I
with
was-
Chinese immigrants.
The guy that at work that I was talking about is Filipino, and his wife is from Singapore. So, or wait, what did I say? Did I say no? Yeah, I said Singapore, right? Yeah,
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
yeah, I said Singapore. I think, yeah, Singapore. I keep wanting to say Malaysia, but I think that's Filipino too.
Filipino
I think Singapore is like, what is Singapore?
on
No, but I mean, there's like different
Yeah, no,
kinds
it's
of Asian,
it's
you know?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
well, and a lot of people look at it as
Like,
historical oppression of women, but is it really? I mean, isn't it? Technology advancing in the 20th century. Things like tampons and the pill that opened up a whole new world of possibilities. I mean, being serious, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I
BA,
would agree with that.
BA Raj said he needs the link.
Sorry, I had to cough.
Oh,
Ugh.
I got you. I got
let's
you, Raj.
get Raj in here.
Yeah, let's get Raj in here. This
Raj.
this should be
I mean,
interesting.
it was- I mean, what, the pill was invented in the 60s, I think? So you're talking the
think
1960s
so, yeah.
before any form of
When the
reliable birth
hippies
control?
kind of got about, yeah.
Well, yeah, because that was yeah, you're right. Because back then, what was it? It was all about free love and
Free
know,
love.
yeah, free love and yeah. Spread love,
Free love
not
and birth control.
Spread peace and love, not hatred and
Not war.
War.
Yeah.
They ended up spreading a lot of
There
stuff.
you go. Make love, not war.
Right, make love, not war.
All the leaves are brown and the sky
You
is
and I are cosmic
gray.
sisters, my friend. That song was just running in my head.
Really?
Yes, it was just running in my head.
Oh my God. And remember what happened earlier?
Yep.
Y'all, I went to go text BA. I'm like, I need to text BA. I pick up my phone. I click on her name to go to message. And as soon as the message opens to her thing, she rings in.
I'm calling her.
She's calling me. She already
Cosmic
knew.
Sisters.
We're cosmic sisters.
Raj.
What is up? What is up, you bad motherfuckers? What's going on?
Bad bitch fuel.
Bad bitch. Hey, can I listen here? Pope Lucius ain't got shit on this fucking slob right here. Look at this slob. Look at him.
He's the slob in training, right?
Look at this. I'm gonna tell you something right now. This dude is the biggest slob you ever seen in your life. I mean, he's slob 2.0. But
I'm gonna run with that.
But
Mrs.
anyway.
Pete. Mrs. Pete says I'm gonna say y'all are all assholes and women are just smarter than y'all. I'm gonna run with that.
well, hey, I can agree. Hey, I can agree with that. We just a bunch of dickheads, you know.
Might
I mean,
y'all have a point. Yeah.
I mean that's all there is to it. I mean, hell, fuck. I mean, Jesus Christ, what else you want from us? I mean, we just seed planters. What else you want from us?
Goddamn certified caveman.
I mean, but anyways, hey, there you go. Here's Mrs. Raj, and look at Cheyenne over here. She's doing a little puzzle.
Hi, Mrs. Raj. Hey, Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Hey, Mrs. Raj.
Cheyenne. Say, hey, baby.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Hi.
Beautiful
Hi.
girl. I know.
Hi.
I know. Y'all in the
Look how
chat can't
big
see
her
her,
leg-
but
she's getting
Yeah.
tall, right?
yeah,
Like
she is.
her
Yeah,
She's
she's
getting tall.
getting pretty tall, man. And this fucking slob right here is already 6 fucking. I mean, this dude right here. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all a story right now. You know that Oculus thing that you play, you do the Beat Saber and all that shit with. You know, you get up here and do all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I broke out my old PS2 and the old Guitar Hero and all this other shit. This dude right here, love him to death. He played good as shit, but he can't do it. Like when he plays like old Super Nintendo and Mario Kart and Guitar Hero, what happened to the old generation of fucking playing video games, old school video games?
Yeah, I don't even.
And now these younger kids can't play the shit we played. I mean, it's fucking nuts, man.
I could
Yeah.
bust out
Tell
on
me.
some Super
Anybody
Nintendo.
under
Mario Kart.
30, I'll slaughter them on Duck Hunt.
Oh, come on now.
Tell me.
Nope.
I love that
Yes.
game. That used to be
Right.
my favorite game. That used to be
Games.
my favorite
Dude.
Nintendo game.
Slim, there's an arcade place around here where I live that has a Duck Hunt video game. I will put you to bed on that.
Oh man, I love that
Well,
game.
I had Ethan. He always has friends over this weekend. Well, his buddies want to talk big shit about, oh, I can play Guitar Hero. I play guitar in the band, and I do this and that. And then my 41-year-old, 260-pound ass goes there and just shreds the fuck out of them and whoops their ass. And I say, what the fuck is that? And they want to bitch off, you know, and cry and say, you can't beat me in Oculus, or you can't beat me in the VR world. I'm like, I don't play in your stupid ass VR Oculus world, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play in the real video games, motherfucker.
Right.
And on top of that, his buddy, what was your buddy's name? That one time that came down, not Joseph, the one dude, he talked his shit about playing Mario Kart. I said, you know what? I plugged in the old Super Nintendo that I've had since 1986, put in a Super Mario Kart, smoked his ass. He got up fucking pissed. No, you cheated. You cheated. You cheated. You know all the trick. I said, I didn't do nothing. I just outbeat your fucking ass. You little punk bitch. You know what I'm saying? and he ain't come around since. I don't get these younger kids, man. I really don't get it, man. And
This
these
reminds
fucking
me.
video games are just getting so fucking goddamn ridiculous. I mean, of course, I ain't gonna say nothing because last night when everybody went to bed, my ass came up here and played the Oculus last night for about an hour. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I ain't
That,
gonna lie, man. I mean,
That little stint,
So-
just reminded me of. Have y'all all of y'all seen Endgame? Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So you remember when Hulk Hulk and Rocket go to visit Thor,
Mhm.
and he's at his house and he's playing video games and he gets on there talking trash to the little kid that's on the video
Yeah.
in the headset on the video
Yeah.
game. He's like,
Um,
"Yeah, go cry to your little mommy."
You mean
Yeah.
new
Well,
mask?
That's what that little
Ethan,
stint just
he has
reminded me of.
everything. I mean, look at this slob right here. Look at this true fucking slob. I mean, look at this guy right here. He's my son, but he does put in the work and he does work. Trust me, he puts in his work around here, and he deserves pretty much everything he gets. But he has got every goddamn video game known to man. So the other day, he was cleaning his room, and I noticed, what was that damn Street Fighter or Batman? What was that fucking thing that got the Ninja Turtles and the Batman and all that? Injustice on the Xbox. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can play this. Okay, I can hang with it. I can hang with these motherfuckers over here. Ethan's got 3 or 4 guys. They're buddies hanging out or whatever. I got absolutely goddamn slaughtered. I got absolutely embarrassed.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of infinite combos you can do in that game.
I mean, I got goddamn embarrassed. I mean, I picked Vega for Street Fighter, and I was like, I'm a big old school Street Fighter fan, and I said, I'll get in and whoop these young motherfuckers. Shit, no. I didn't last 5 goddamn minutes. I got my ass whooped. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go downstairs and drink cold beer and do what I do best and smoke cigarettes and just be done with it for the night.
There you go. You got to stick to what you
I mean,
know. You got to stick
Yeah.
to what you
So
gotta stick
that's
with what
when
you
I
know.
plugged in the old Guitar Hero and put the surround sound on. I was down there just doing my thing, just shredding like old redneck motherfucker, playing that motherfucker. Well, they wanted to come down and talk their shit. And next thing you know, 15 minutes later, they're like, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's the worst game I ever seen. I can't play that. I don't know. And that's why I got to tell my son, I said, y'all don't know this shit. I mean, y'all want to do the 10 knuckle shuffle on these computer games and do all these controllers. I said, dude, I got 5 fucking fingers and a thumb. I whoop all you motherfuckers ass on Guitar Hero. You know what I'm saying? I will whoop all y'all's ass on Guitar Hero, motherfucker. I mean, I went there and just shredded like a motherfucker. Just whooped their ass, and it embarrassed them. So I gave them a little bit of payback,
then the youngest want to complain that, my fingers are all cramping up.
Oh, Ethan! Oh my God! Within 5 minutes, Ethan goes, "I can't feel my pinky finger." I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "He's like, I can't feel my other finger." I said, "Well, that's the problem. You don't. You're doing all this, and you're not stretching your fingers out like playing a guitar or whatever." But yet he's in the goddamn band. All his goddamn kids, all them motherfucking slobs play the tuba, the trumpet, the guitar, but yet they don't want to play no goddamn video games like that. I mean, it just amazes me how these kids are fucking so, ignorant to the real video games. I mean, him and fucking JoJo, your buddy, they get up here and play the Oculus. Within 30 minutes, they look like Richard Simmons. They look like the dancing around and doing this and woo, like cheerleaders. I'm going, what the fuck are you playing? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, but I can't say nothing because my ass got on here last night about an hour and I was like, hey, this is pretty fucking cool. Have you played the Oculus, BA?
I think the only thing that I've actually done on Oculus is I've played it at my sister's house. She has one, but it's the one where it syncs with music or something like that, and you have to what is it called?
Beat Saber.
Beat Sabers.
Beat
Yes,
Saber.
thank you.
Yeah, Beat Saber where you do your hands.
Right. Yeah, that's the only thing that
Yeah.
I played on it, and I think I've only.
Listen
done it
here,
once.
I'm not knocking anything. Mrs. Raj comes home when she gets done for the night. That's how she exercises 1 hour every night. She gets on there and she does her thing. And there's a mat that you can buy for exercising, and she's looking fine as a motherfucker at 40 years old. I can't keep my goddamn hands off of her. I mean, for the first 3 fucking months, she's been exercising like a bitch, and I'm telling you right now, I can't keep my hands off of her. I mean, she's looking slim and trim and fine at 41, boy. I mean,
BA, what you told me, let me tell you, Raj, BA told me, she's like, TK, you will never believe when you see Mr. and Mrs. Raj, he worships her, right? He can't keep his hands off her and all this stuff.
Well, hell, I've been with her since I was 16 goddamn years old. I mean, what do you expect?
Hold on, Raj. I think it's sweet, okay? So what I'm saying is, if you are actually saying, I can't keep my hands off of her, you probably are like glued to her 24/7 right now. Like,
Well,
why
shit,
is she
I mean,
not
hell,
sitting on
when
your
I-
lap right now?
Well, hell, when I weighed in and saw bulimics, hell, I lost 30 pounds from last year. I was 290. I was 260 this year.
You know,
I
thought I
lost a lot of weight too. I'm
Yeah.
123.
I thought I.
Well, you know, I
noticed
told
that.
my wife, I was like, you know, I was a big dude. I mean, I was damn near 300 pounds. I had that big ass fucking beard, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna slim and trim. I said, I'm gonna slim my body. I'm gonna slim my beard. I'm gonna be I said, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I did. I mean, I lost 30 fucking pounds. I slammed all that shit off my fucking face. I'm still a fine motherfucker. I mean, listen here. I'm still a fine motherfucker. Y'all don't realize that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It looks good. I think your beard looks good like that.
So,
Yeah,
I like it.
Do you remember what it looked like before, TK?
Yeah, I like it. I think it looks good.
I think I like this trimmed up Raj right here with no.
yeah,
no
the
mullet
older I
too.
get, I'm just like, you know, fuck this. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. And me and Chris was talking. We had some family pictures made, and I was looking, you know, back in our high school days, and I'm like, you know what? I may not be pretty to a lot of motherfuckers, but you know what? I'm good looking to her, and she's damn good looking to me. So you know what? Let's let it happen. So hey, like Pauly Shore said, hey, I dusted the dude, grew the brood. And I said, you know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
love
I
Pauly
said,
Shore.
fuck it.
I
said,
love
hell,
Pauly.
fuck it, let's
I
do it.
love y'all's
I mean,
relationship, Raj.
Oh, I know.
hell, this morning, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This morning we got up. Cheyenne got up early as shit. I told Chris, I said, baby, you sleep in. I'll get up whatever. I got up. What we have? What was it? Sausage gravy biscuit I cooked, Bubba. And Chris would come in the kitchen, and you know she had her little nightgown on or whatever. And I said, sticky. I said, go girlfriend. I said, go girlfriend. And I said,
Raj right now. God, I wish people could see Raj right now.
I know. You know, and you were hitting on something earlier about him and Mrs. Raj, but like Pete and Mrs. Pete.
They're the same. Yeah,
Yep,
you could tell they love. Yeah.
Yes. Same. I love their relationship.
well, hell, when we
All
got
the
down
couples
there,
are awesome. You know that I met.
well, when we
Like,
got down there,
everybody seems to
we were
be-
trying to get like Mrs. Pete and my wife and BA to go get their nails done, but Mrs. Pete had some work done, so hell, I paid for me and BA and Mrs. Roger go get their toenails done together. And
Yeah, that was fun. If
I'm sorry it fucking took so goddamn long to walk down there. If I'd known that.
Well, the first time we walked down there, yes, it was. It did seem like it took a long time, but then once we made the appointment and walked back, and then walked the second time, it didn't seem like it took as long the second time. But then I had to run across the street to I can't even remember, Mrs. Raj. You remember
Well, the
what
thing
grocery
about
store
it is,
was?
y'all came back,
Harris
and then we
Teeter, I
walked
think it was.
twice, and then y'all had to walk back. So by the time y'all got back, y'all were whooped ass. And I looked at Crystal. She says, I'm going with Alita to get a glass of wine or something to drink.
Yeah, because at that point in time too, the temperature had risen. You know. And
yeah,
so,
this one with the smugglers place down there, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I trust me, Crystal's like, "Fuck you." I'm going to somewhere to have a drink. And I was like, where are you
Yes.
going? She was like, I don't care. I'm going with Alita. I said, okay,
yes, we definitely got
Next
our
thing we know,
yes, Mrs.
Yeah.
Raj and I definitely got our steps in that day. Absolutely. So
yeah, she was wore the fuck out or whatever. And then when I know when we got to that damn bar or whatever, you said, hey, I appreciate you paying for my nails, but fuck you, that's a long goddamn walk. I was like, all right.
I know. Bless her heart. She was like, "Well, it says it's right here," and I was like, unless it's right across the street at Harris Teeter." But then, yeah, we finally figured out. But like I said, the on the way back, the first time we went was not as bad. Walking back,
the first time y'all went down there, I think it was like, what was it? Me and Lou, we were walking down the street. I think we were spotting something to eat for lunch. I think it was like me, Lou, and like Zona Tucson. I think we were trying to what was it? Get something for lunch or whatever. And then I got a text from Crystal, and she says, "Hey, the thing don't open till about what was it? 11?
1 o'clock.
Well, 1 o'clock.
They were booked up till 1. We had to make an appointment for 1 o'clock.
And then I guess about 20 minutes later, y'all come down there, and you and Crystal were sweating like whores in confession.
I'm telling you.
Y'all were walking down that street, and I looked at Crystal. She says, "I want to tell you something right now." And the lady looked at me. She said, "Fuck you, but I love you anyways. Thanks for getting my nails painted." I was like, "God damn, Alita." All right.
Yeah.
But
You remember, I had to run across the street to those little shops because I had not packed any shorts. No shorts.
That's when me and Lou got those. Yeah, they'll paint them all Jack hats. You had to get forward. Yeah.
Yeah, when we came back from the nail place the first time, I told Lou, I said, yeah, I've gotta go in one of these stores and get some shorts because I had totally not packed any shorts, not thinking that it was gonna be like that. It was only like because the sun was like beating down on us. I mean, it was the best weather possible, but yeah, it was when that sun's beating down on you like that and you're walking, it gets hot.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun time. But I want to give a shout out to my buddy Slim Shady Canes, the old Raj Whisperer. He kind of calmed me down that one night.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I kind of got.
He will forever be known as the Raj Whisperer. We got to make him a shirt.
Like
too.
I said, I apologize for that night.
No,
I apologize for that night. I mean,
hell, for what? I'm sure I'm gonna get a turn in at some point.
Right.
Well, like I said, I mean, hey man, I paid for it. You gave me the receipt. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's like the old wrestling terms. Hey, you bought it. I'm giving you a receipt eventually. So, old Slim bailed me out that night. But Crimson Brave's lucky he didn't get his fucking absolute face bashed in that night. But anyways.
Yeah, that's a story for a different time.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to come in here and fucking say hey to y'all motherfuckers. I really
appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on. Your first
dude, we had a fucking great time, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, your first little stint on Bad Bitch Fuel. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I called Lou fucking that fucking night and I said, dude, I'm sorry I blew my load, man. I said, but dude, dude, I'm not gonna kid y'all, man. That fucking night I drank 36 goddamn beers, 18 Jack and Cokes, and whatever the fuck else I had, and I fell down the steps in an alcohol related incident with a beer can and I chipped my tooth. I got a half a tooth right here.
I remember you telling that story the next day.
Yeah. I woke up the next morning and I said, I was waking up, and all of a sudden my tongue went through my fucking mouth. I go, what the fuck? I went to the mirror and I looked at my wife. I said, what happened? She says, yeah, you drunk motherfucker. You fell in the beer, hit your fucking tooth. And I was like, huh? And I was like, I looked in there. I said, God damn it. I mean, literally, I got half a fucking tooth right here. I mean, I busted the fuck out of that motherfucker, man. I mean, and
I can't
listen here. I know Slam was behind me. I know Kobe was behind me. But when you get a fucking 6'1", 260-pound motherfucker falling down the stairs, there ain't nothing you can do. Just let the motherfucker fall and tumble.
Just let him roll.
I don't see.
I literally fell down the goddamn steps and the fucking beer can went, wow, hit me in the goddamn tooth. And And I woke up the next morning, like I said, I woke up and I went to fucking piss, and all of a sudden my tongue went through my mouth. I go, what the fuck? And all of a sudden I go, Jesus Christ. I mean, I have half a tooth missing. So, yeah, that's like a Ron Watt alcohol-related incident. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of fucking happened. And you know what? Fuck it. If I lose a tooth, you know what? It's good times. It just makes memories. And I can tell people 20 years later, hey, I lost this motherfucker in Charleston, fucking South Carolina, as drunk as a motherfucker, telling the Brants and the Teds and the Terrys and the Sherrys, hey, bro, I got a bigger fucking vein in my leg than you bad motherfuckers. Hell, fucking Pete had to goddamn get me off the fucking balcony that goddamn fucking Thursday night because I was down there goddamn Jesus Christ, I was taking my pants leg up and I was taking my arm sleeve up and telling the Brads and the Chads that I got a bigger leg vein than you. I got a bigger vein than you. I got a tighter shirt than you. You know, I got a nipple piercing better than you. And I was just doing all kind of stupid fucking shit all night fucking out long. I told one guy out there one night, I pulled my pants leg up and I said, I got a bigger kneecap than you, motherfucker. What you think? Get the Abercrombie shirt on? I mean, I was out of control. Yeah. I was out of control, man.
But like you said, it makes for good memories. These are the stories we tell afterwards. And we can sit around and laugh about it.
Listen here. It's going to catch up with me one time. And Slim will tell you this. You're going to catch one motherfucker or not. You're going to catch a cold hook to the right face. Hell, you're going to be down. So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, we had a fucking good time. I mean, shit. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
looking forward to
like I said, I got so fucked up. Oh yeah, I mean, we'll figure out what the fuck it's at. But anyways,
it's gonna be fun. All right, guys.
But
I'm hoping
like hell. Well, I'm hoping like hell in a couple weeks they're going to announce where they're going to do the Slop Olympics, and after that, me and Brennan, we're going to do softball. We are talking about that. Pete didn't let the fucking cat out of the goddamn bag. He didn't talk to Brennan or whatever.
Okay.
So. We'll get with that.
I think people are asking when the date is. Do you guys have a date nailed down?
I think it's going to be the week of the July 22nd.
Okay, so July, yeah, because that's a Saturday, so July 22nd.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. I think we're going to do that weekend. So, but like I said, I'll get with Brandon and we'll talk with, we'll lock everything down. I still got to go to City Hall and see if they got that park that's going to be open. And we'll get together and do this and that, and we'll hoo-ha and he and she, and we'll fucking all that other bullshit. We'll fucking, it is what it is. But
yeah, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait. All
right. Well, like I said, I just figured I'd come here for a little bit and hang out with y'all for a little bit, and I'm going to bed in about an hour. I got to get my ass up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
I hear that. So, I know. I've got a busy week this week too. So I'm right there with you. I'm probably going to crash hard tonight. So
plus it's goddamn 20. It's fucking going to be 22 goddamn degrees here in the morning with fucking 10-mile-an-hour goddamn winds. It's going to be cold as a motherfucker.
Yeah. I hate that.
It's all fucking right. March.
I know.
So all right. Hey. Peace and grace, you fucking bad motherfuckers. And I love all you motherfuckers. Have a good one. And I'll talk to you motherfuckers later.
Love you, Raj.
Love you, Raj.
Peace out, Raj.
Bye, Raj.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. What a great ending. I love that. Thank you, guys, gentlemen, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
It is not a problem.
And hopefully you guys will tune in next week, and we can have another great discussion about Lord knows what, because I don't plan these things out. Yeah, I don't plan these things out. So.
It just happens.
How it went from this is the schedule of what my weekend was in Cherokee to couples massages to upside down pineapples to threesomes. Yeah.
Well, no,
and then it got serious for a moment there before Raj came on. So I love it.
Yes. Actually, it was the spa day that led to couples massages.
Yes. That's right. Thank you for correcting me, Vic. I appreciate that. So again, guys, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we don't take elevators to different topics here. We take mountaintops.
Yes, thank you, Brian. Absolutely, I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that. All right, thank you, guys. We
no problem.
will
You'll
talk
have a
to
good
y'all
night.
next time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Oh my gosh, girl.
Girl.
Man.
Another bad bitch fuel in the books.
Yes. Close that one out. On to the next one. Quick shout out to Pete for the PayPal. Thank you so much, Pete. He says, let me log back in here. He says, best show y'all have had. Oh, thank you so much, Pete. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Pete.
Love
Aw.
you. Love you guys so much.
I love that.
Yes, yes. That's amazing and fantastic. Thank you, Pete.
Very.
So tell everybody where they can find you at and what you got coming up this week.
All right, guys, you can find me at my if somebody can you put my link in the chat, please?
Yes.
Thank
Let me
you.
do that. You're welcome.
This
welcome.
coming up Wednesday, guys, I'm gonna have Battle Angel on with me for my birthday bash show. And my birthday bath
Bath. Her birthday bath.
show.
Don't say bath, okay?
My birthday bash show is basically going to be a hangout stream. I'm going to play music. We can have a little Q&A, uh I think the Q&A that'll be for PayPal. Like I don't mind answering just about anything except for like don't ask like raunchy obviously questions you wouldn't ask. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be kind of like just more of a hangout stream. Everybody can come, like not everybody could come in at once, but like we'll let people on, kind of like just a fun hangout stream.
Mhm.
And then the following Wednesday, guys, I'm gonna have. I don't know if Traveling Fools is gonna be able to make. He may be able to make it on the stream. I'm not sure because he's gonna be working, and it's possible that Frantic Missy will be on with me. It's most likely she will. This is somebody else. Traveling Fools does a show with her on. Well, he has he has another show now on
Yes.
conspiracies.
Yeah.
So, they were talking. Actually, they had a show last night, and they were talking about the O.J. Simpson one, where I don't know how many people in the chat room know that there's a very, 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 very high probability. Some people say it's just the facts when you look at all the evidence that OJ did not do it. And we are going to be talking that entire show about why OJ may possibly be innocent. And so I'll have her on there. We'll discuss the evidence and everything that's out there. And on the second hour, I'll invite people to come in like a call-in show and give their thoughts on what they think after they hear the evidence. Okay, after they
Yes.
hear the
After
evidence.
you hear
It
all the
is
evidence.
it's insane. When I heard it the first time, somebody had said that this is the theory, right? There's
Mhm.
this, and I'm sure if people start Googling it now, they're gonna see what it is. I might as well say the theory is that his son did it and he's covering up for his son, right?
Mhm.
There's a lot more than enough evidence that shows that this could have been exactly what happened, and it's fascinating. Now, when I first heard of this a few years ago, I just heard a couple of tidbits of why they
Mhm.
thought, and I'm like, that makes sense, but I didn't know.
Yep.
But when I heard what I heard last night, I was, like, blown away, like, this has to be like, what I'm gonna start doing on my shows is finding really cool things to talk about, right? Like, this is gonna be the subject of that show,
Right.
and the call-in, I want people to give their thoughts on it.
That's so
But
professional, unlike mine. We just fly by the seat of our pants here on Bad
well,
Bitch
but
Fuel.
well, I never thought of doing that until because I had heard of that conspiracy theory. Because
Right.
I'm not gonna have a show about conspiracy theories, but I will throw one in here and there if I think there's any validity to it,
Right.
or if it's, like, super funny, insane, crazy, it just depends. Just like we did it with Boss Babes and the Amber Heard and
Yep.
Johnny Depp
Yep.
trial. We
Mhm.
talked about that all the time.
Yep. We
Like,
did.
once the next trial comes up, whatever it is, I'm sure I'll have a lot to talk about,
Mhm. Yep.
on that. So,
Yep.
but that's what's coming up. So this Wednesday and then the following Wednesday is OJ innocent. You decide.
Yes. So yeah, make sure that you are subscribing. I did put her channel link in the chat there. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead and head on over there after the show's over and subscribe. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you're alerted every time she does go live or post a video to her channel. TK, I love you. Thank you so much for coming on with me today. If you're going to listen to the end, I'm going to play a special song at the end.
Okay, I want to stay.
Because we're cosmic sisters, so.
Oh, yay! Yeah.
So, yes, again, thank you so much. I love you. I will talk to you later.
Love you too, girl.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right, so some quick announcements before I get off. I'm going to play one song to kind of lead us out of here. But first things first, again, check out TK for, if you're not going to tune in for her birthday bash this coming Wednesday, absolutely check out her our next show the following Wednesday about the OJ conspiracy. That's going to be a great show. I'm also going to be putting, because for some reason, like I said, I put in the description of the video all these channel links. But for those of you that don't know or are new to my channel, I do sometimes host the Morning Shoe on Uncle Lou's second channel, which is Uncle Lou on YouTube, and I just posted the link to that channel in the comment section. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, if you go ahead and go over there and do that as well, and make sure you're hitting the notification bell. If you like what you hear here, it's kind of the same format when I do host the Morning Shoe over there. I basically just fly by the seat of my pants there too. I like to have people on. Sometimes I'll take a few minutes to read some comments and stuff like that. But yes, for the most part, I do like to have people on because it's kind of hard hosting by myself. So thank you so much for tuning in today. This has been a good show. I've really enjoyed doing this one today, and the sad thing is I didn't think that I was going to be able to do it because, as you all know, we just got back from Cherokee this morning. It's been a long day. We got up real early this morning so I could be home in time to pick my kids up from their dad's house. So I'm a little exhausted, but I am very glad that I actually decided to do it, even though it was an hour later than usual. Again, quick shout out to Pigskin Pete for the PayPal. Appreciate that. And yeah, I think that's it. So hopefully you guys will tune in tomorrow to the Morning Shoe. I think he is going to be having one. So make sure. And I don't know. I may come on there so we can discuss the events that happened in Cherokee. So so make sure you're tuning in tomorrow morning. All right. Thank you guys. I'm going to take us out with some music. And I will see y'all next time.
No, I'm going.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky
Thank you, TK. Yes, please continue to hit the thumbs up on the
church. I passed along